What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's video topic is going to be on the 6th generation Camaro SS 1LE. Now when this car was first made available, it was offered only in one trim level, and that's the 1SS. Well, shortly thereafter, it became available with the 2SS trim, and a lot of people to this day still don't know about it, probably because it didn't come out right away, and also most of the cars that were sold and ordered by the dealers were ordered in a 1SS trim. So today we're going to talk about how much the 2SS trim level adds in addition to the price of the car, and also the features associated with it. Keep in mind, I currently have a 2018 SS 1LE with the 2SS package and also an additional sunroof as well. So I've had the car for about 9 months. So we're going to talk about all these features. We're also going to talk about how much of them I actually like and whether or not I actually use them. So moving right along. To get the 2SS trim level, you're going to spend an additional $5,000. Now that is a lot of money to add on top of the price of the car and to add on top of the price of the 1LE package. So, you know, it is pretty pricey, but you do get 11 additional features, none of which are going to make the car go any faster or perform any better. They're more or less just luxury items. So starting with number 1, blind spot monitoring. Now I don't know if you've been watching my channel for a while now, but I did do a video just a while back called Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. In that video, it'll show you how to properly adjust your mirrors so that you will not really have any blind spots. Now about 90% of the people don't have their mirrors adjusted properly, so blind spot monitoring is definitely something that can help people out. So I guess I'll give it a thumbs up for blind spot monitoring. Number 2 on the list is more soft touch items in the interior. Now, I do like the fact that on the 2SS you get the soft touch on the top part of the door and also on the middle part of the door as well. Definitely adds a premium feel to it, so I'll give it a thumbs up for that. So number 3 on the list is dual climate zones. Pretty self-explanatory. You can adjust independently the driver temperature and the passenger temperature. Something that I almost never use, but I guess it could come in handy. So number 4, heated and ventilated seats. Now, when I initially bought the car, it was hot out, so I did use the ventilated seats a little bit. However, I do think they're a little bit overrated. I don't really think they work that well. I do sometimes feel like they work very well, and sometimes not so much. It's kind of hit and miss. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. Now, I did recently get colder out, and I have used the heated seats quite a bit, so I do actually like that feature. Number 5 on the list is memory seats. Now, basically you can program a couple different drivers, you know, for mirror position, seat position, things of that nature. Seeing as I'm the only one that drives my car, I actually have never used that feature, so to me it doesn't really do any good. Let's see, number 6, heated steering wheel. Now honestly, when I first saw this feature on my car, I kind of thought it's kind of gimmicky. I don't know really how much I would use it, but since it did get cold, I used it a few times. Actually, I've been using it a lot, but I first used it a couple months ago, and since then I've been using it almost every day. It's really nice to have something, you know, when you get in the car, it's cold, and just hit one button and instantly your hands are nice and warm on the steering wheel. So that is something that I didn't think I would use, but I actually use all the time now. Number 7, LED accent lighting. Now this is something that I think is really cool. I like the fact that on the infotainment screen you can, you know, choose from a ton of different colors, and you get this really cool, you know, accent lighting that goes around the stereo system, or actually around the infotainment system, along the armrests on the door, and also around the cup holder. Especially at night, I think it looks really cool, so I'll give it a big thumbs up for that feature. Okay, number 8 on the list is lighted Camaro Dorsal. Now, once again, this is something that's not necessary, but honestly, at nighttime when you open up the door, you see the Camaro logo right there on the door sill lit up. It does add kind of a premium touch to it, so I think that's pretty cool. Number 9 on the list is the Bose stereo system. Honestly, I never heard the stock stereo system in the car on a 1SS versus the 2SS. But as far as the Bose stereo, I guess it's upgraded speakers. To be honest with you, I don't think they sound that great. I don't believe there's a subwoofer anywhere. You just get the door speakers, in the back and the trunk deck lid or whatever, you get speakers there as well. It sounds okay, but I don't really consider it to be super premium by any means. Number 10 on the list is wireless charging pad. Now, this is pretty funny because this is one of those things that was a good idea, but just not executed very well at all. So it's actually in between the seats, a little bit further back. There's a spot where you can put a phone down for wireless charging. The problem is with this is the only phones that fit on there are phones that are very small. Almost none of the phones that are out today are going to fit there. I have a Galaxy S8, it doesn't fit at all, even with just a small thin case on it. So unless you have a really old phone that's small and has wireless charging capability, this feature is probably not going to be something that you're going to find useful at all. In fact, on the 19 model, it's actually gone altogether, so for good reason though. Number 11 on the list is built-in navigation. Now, this is something that, to be honest with you, I have never used. I'm a big fan of using Google Maps right here on your cell phone. I really think Google Maps does a way better job than any navigation that I've ever used on a vehicle. So that's just my thoughts on that. So that's pretty much about it. I mean, it's $5,000, it's a lot to spend, but you do get some really nice luxury items. Once again, I didn't order my car and actually select the 2SS. It just happened to be on the lot, so I kind of got lucky with that. To be honest with you, finding a 2SS 1LE on a 6th generation might be kind of tricky because there's not that many of them out there. Just to give an example, in 2018, there were only 880 SS 1LEs with the 2SS package made. So yeah, pretty low production. A couple other things to make note. Now, I didn't mention my car does have a sunroof. That's an additional charge. I believe that was $995. I really like that option. Once again, adds to the, more of a premium feel to the car, and it's nice to be able to drive around with the sunroof open. Another option you can get is the PDR, which is the performance data recorder. This is something that my car did not have. If I did have it, I would probably use it. However, me doing YouTube videos and whatnot, I have lots of cameras, so honestly, that was something that really isn't that important. Would have been nice to have though. So with that being said, I'm just curious, if you were to order a 6th gen SS 1LE, obviously it'd probably be the 19 model year now, seeing as I don't think they're taking orders for 18 anymore. Would you get it with the 2SS package? Those 11 items that I mentioned, do you think they're worth the $5,000? I don't know. I think it definitely adds more of a premium feel to the car. I don't regret the fact that I spent $5,000 for these added features, even though I don't use quite a few of them or care about quite a few of them. But one other thing I want to talk about real quick is the heads-up display. A lot of people really like the idea of the heads-up display. Keep in mind, if you are getting a 2018 or a 2019 and you do get the 1LE package, you don't have to really worry about what trim level you get, whether it's the 1SS or the 2SS. The heads-up display comes standard with the 1LE package, so that's always good to know. If you're interested in buying a new SS 1LE or a new or used Chevrolet, please be sure to hit up my good buddy Gerd over at Bozath Chevrolet. He'll make sure he takes very good care of you. Anyway, that's about it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you're checking in for the first time, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.